What up? What up? What up? Welcome. We
Well,
are
well,
back once again. Alpha Pack Academy, crypto, Boss Gang VIP with my man Investing for Legacy. Legacy, man, what's good? How you feeling today?
I'm doing beautiful, brother. Blessed and highly favored. Can't complain. That's the easy part, right? But man,
Man,
we
I feel
enjoying
you.
life. That's the easy part for man who with
Right.
heavy burdens on his shoulders. We can easily find something to complain about, but we won't. Blessed to be here with you guys again, our Pack family and our YouTube family. Ready to drop some more knowledge on this crypto game. Me and Boss Gang love doing this. Very passionate about this industry. Can do this all day, every day, no question. We would not be part of that FUD or that miseducation that is going around with crypto. We will be part of the advancements of this amazing, life-changing technology asset that we have been blessed with in our generation for sure, and it's certainly there. So that's the energy we bring it tonight, and blessed to have my brother Boss Gang here with me. Everybody appreciates my brother's thoughts when it comes to markets analysis. He'll definitely get your confidence right in any market for sure. Um, Pretty much all I wanted to mention before we get into tonight. Tonight we're going to go over the market, of course, that we always do, current trends, where we at within it. We'll also touch upon some important news that happened within this last week, like we always do. And then our main topic of the night will
Right.
be staking. Staking for sure. It is a powerful tool within crypto that everybody should know how to wield and use to their advantage for sure. So I want to make sure I clear up some of the confusion around that aspect and that part of the crypto as well. And yeah, I'm excited about that, clearing that up. Staking for sure, guys. Very important, very easy to just throw your money and let it earn more money for you is essentially what staking is. And we're going to go into details so you guys aren't confused and you're not confused about where should I leave my money or how should I leave it, or so we're going to get into more details about that shortly.
That's fire. So let me ask you, were you able to trade today? You saw.
Actually, yes. I hopped in Disney. I see Disney. Man, I see Disney doing some good things going into next week, especially with the pre-sales that are already happened with Marvel, with the Spider-Man release next week. Man, it's
Right.
going to be some record-breaking numbers already for sure, no question there. And to just see some bunch of nice strength, nice reversal on the weekly is there as well when it comes to Disney. I'm also an AMD. I hopped in AMD. I like AMD. I like the semis. We're very confident in the pack about that, though, that sector being bought on the dips for sure. Pack has been eating off semis for a while now.
Mm.
Semiconductors, definitely, we love and appreciate that sector, and Alpha Pack for sure. But that's about me. How about yourself, brother?
It was good. Eating
Yeah,
on them semis. Of course, we in the MU. We've been in MU
yeah,
eating on that.
been killing
Up
them.
11, 12, 1300%. I can't even count at this point. Hopped in the TSM.
No,
We're gonna
man.
do the same thing. We in the Valet. It's French. We call it
Yeah. I
that
like how
bell Valet
you
because
pronounce it,
it's
my boy.
French. So
Yeah, I saw you
we
called a
eating
fire reversal on that
deep,
bell. That was beautiful.
man.
That was beautiful.
Um, they
You,
print, man.
the patience that my brother Boss Gang has with these plays is something to learn from for sure, and something that it has helped every Alpha Pack member grow. Because he was literally, for example, this Valet, how he pronounces it. I'm not going. I love it how he does it. But he's been watching that for weeks now, just waiting patiently while everybody's just looking for other things and hopping around, and that just having that conviction in your idea or your own ideas and just waiting for the moment to strike is gold, not only in stock market but within crypto as well. So commend my brother for that for sure, certainly. Something that has helped
Nice.
me.
Just want to hit on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
before we get started. So before we get started, before I hand it over, want to make sure everybody knows who we are. Alpha Pack Trading Group, www.alphapacktrading.com. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're all about education. We're all about accountability. We're all about growing and helping one another and hunting as a pack. And we're going to continue to get this education. So on that note, I'm gonna turn it over to my man Investing for Legacy, and he's gonna lead the way, and I'm gonna join in as I see fit. So Legacy, it's on you, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Pack family. I'm gonna start this week with a segment from the big dog, the big OG, richest man in the world currently right now, Elon Musk. I started a segment last week called Crypto Crush. I want to continue that. Just, people, leaders within the crypto industry that are just some short statements by them that are very impactful that I think we all should know and digest for sure within the crypto company. So Elon Musk, he said some powerful statements earlier. And I definitely got to make sure everybody hears them, and we'll discuss them briefly afterwards. Check them out, guys.
Then, at a certain point, really what you're doing is capital allocation. So you're not, it's not money for personal expenditures. It's what you're doing is capital allocation. And it does not make sense to take the job of capital allocation away from people who have demonstrated great skill in capital allocation and give it to an entity that has demonstrated very poor skill in capital allocation, which is the government. You can think of the government essentially as a corporation in the limit. The government is simply the biggest corporation with a monopoly on violence, and where you have no recourse. So how much money do you want to give that entity?
All right, guys. Like, man, let's get back to Boss Gang and pull you back up and stop sharing for 2 seconds. But man, brother, just that statement alone by Elon is super, super powerful. It is not only did he say the truth about which is the fact of the matter, people trying to basically take money out of our individuals' hands, or people who have proven to be able to manage it well and put it back into hands that have proven that they can't really, which is the government. But he doubled down on the impact of the statement by mentioning the word monopoly and how they have a monopoly on violence. Man, those are very strong words coming up. I hope you guys really understand that he's basically calling them the bullies that they are. And like, man, if you guys try to take away cryptocurrency and regulate it too much and make sure that you guys have control of the dollar when you guys have proven otherwise, that you don't deserve it in so many different ways throughout history, and calling them bullies by using that word monopoly. We all know how monopolies are not looked good upon and essentially are outlawed. And it's basically a company taking over, taking over, bullying an industry and not, allowing others to thrive within it. And that's definitely what the government does. And, as far as if they try to strong arm the dollar and to regulate cryptocurrency too much, it won't go well for them. This technology, I think they know that by now. I think they understand that they can't stop this and that they have to work with the people. So I'm not too worried about that. But man, it's just powerful coming from out of his mouth, especially how he stated it, for sure. Boss Gang, did you want to say anything about that, brother? You're on mute, bro. Yep.
Really, when I'm listening to it, it kind of makes me think about the government's role in finance and what crypto is supposed to be. And what's crazy, there's always a thin line there. The reason is because, so for instance, we're into this cryptocurrency right now, and this is a transition in this monetary system, and there is a limited supply. What happens if that supply all goes to 1% of the population, and they decide at that point that this is going to be the standard that we use? Well, even though we've tried to encourage people to get involved, they're still going to be on the outside looking in with no recourse because they let it pass them by, or even us now not investing in being involved for future generations. So even at that point, who's going to step in for the people who did not take the opportunity to invest once that becomes the standard, just like we've always had a standard? So at this point in time, we have the ability to kind of buy in and get in at the beginning, but eventually it won't be the beginning. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a lot of people that get left out, and it's only going to be in the hands of a small amount of people, the same way it is now. And those people are going to get richer. So it's crazy. It's going to be interesting in the future because I got mixed thoughts. I'm like, who's going to make sure that it's not hoarded up? Because like anything else, it's an asset. asset, and whoever has control of the asset has the power. So it doesn't even matter if it's decentralized or not. Whoever has control of the asset, centralized or decentralized, it's gonna have the power. So I mean, I know you know this, and that's one of the reasons we preach getting involved in cryptocurrency, because this is a matter of this is serious. This is life changing, and we want to be in when we had an opportunity before it's too late. Before it's too late for your children. Imagine owning property back, years ago and things like that.
Yeah, bro. That's how I
We want to
explain
take
to people.
advantage while we can. It won't be here forever.
Yeah, that's how I explain to people, like, the opportunity cost for not being involved in crypto nowadays is literally just like being able to buy property in Manhattan back in 1950s or 40s, back when it wasn't really too much at all. But then, like, it's crazy. Like, opportunity cost is way too much. It's generational wealth building costing as well. So I definitely preach that level of eagerness to whoever I'm talking to about crypto as well. So well said, brother. Like always, well said. All right, I'm gonna get into some news, a bit of news that I'm actually gonna go over the market first, guys, and let's just have an idea where we at right now. All right, we're gonna use my favorite site to go over the market, to keep track of the market, CoinGecko. As of now, Bitcoin has been just kind of going sideways at 50K after his last correction. I think Bitcoin can do this for months, guys. They like to bore people out of Bitcoin. It's the big daddy. It drives the other. When Bitcoin's running, the other altcoins typically can run. So over the next few months, I want you guys to get a little creative. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to stay there over the next couple months, but if that's the case, if it's just going sideways, I want you guys to be creative enough to find out where the money is, not just not just waiting on Bitcoin to do something. See, if we go into 24 hours leaders here, we see that Wax, that's a great NFT platform that we talked about on here before often, and we talk about in the pack often. That thing has ran over 42%. So just having your favorite coins and then your favorite sectors, your favorite tokens, and then your favorite sectors as well, and just making sure that you're still benefiting while the market is laying stagnant. Altcoin season can last longer than months after Bitcoin's decides to go sideways. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bear market to flip to a bear market for money to still be being made in the market, if that makes sense, guys. So just be creative.
Money on that Wax.
Yes, that Wax is beautiful, brother. You definitely put me on that nice early. Before we even knew what an NFT was, like 8 months ago, we were on that. I think we watched you buy one live.
Cash money.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, holding around 4,400. No big changes in the top 10 since last week. Terra Luna is it definitely itched its way up there as well. This has one of the best performing coins. I definitely mentioned it to the pack about it, a coin to watch in December, early in December. So just pay attention to but these dips are being bought, guys. So don't let this fear scare you. Do not get bored out of crypto with just watching Bitcoin only and waiting for it to do something, because it can go sideways for months. Just want to make sure you guys are realistic about that. They love to bore retail investors out of crypto. They love that. All right, guys. I don't want to,
just like everything. They want discounts.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that the coins are not good. I tell people, don't get it twisted.
The facts.
Discounts.
Discount, double check, baby. That's what we love around here.
Dip the best ones the most to get the best discounts.
So let's also check on what categories have been pumping over the last Olympus Pro DAO. Their ecosystem has been doing well. Near Protocol ecosystem, I do not know much about this one. I have to do some more studying on it. CeeLo as well. Analytics. So nothing that's super popular.
Near Protocol.
Go ahead, brother.
I just bought a NFT. Remember the Near coins? I just bought an NFT, a record from an artist from Deadmau in Portugal. They're trying to go platinum. They're using the Near profile. Near for the coins, yeah.
Nice. I see it. And near that thing's been up well. So I'm sure you've seen some money off that investment already. Up over 23% in the last 24 hours. Nice. Watch that. Watch near, guys. Right. All right. Some news I want to get into. Bitmart. They got hacked this week, guys. I preach to, especially in my one-on-ones, to not leave your money inside of exchanges, especially centralized exchanges. Is the easiest for hackers to target. The best and the safest way for you guys to keep your money in crypto will be in your own control, which will be in a cold wallet, or will be, you could trust a hard. I mean, you could trust Wallet and other decentralized cold wallets as well too, that give you those seed phrases, so you can make sure that you secure your money, and you don't have to worry about that being hacked unless you fall for the okie doke, which is someone's coming in your email saying that your wallet's about to be deleted. Please send over your seed phrase, anything crazy like that. You guys, that please understand that once it's just like anything else on the blockchain, your wallet, once it's on the blockchain, it cannot be deleted. So make sure that you don't fall for scams and people just kind of have access. Also, do remember which sites you have your wallets connected to. Disconnect them after you handle your business on those sites. A lot of times we look months back and still be connected to a site that we haven't used in forever. And a lot of times hackers are able to get into our wallets like that as well. So guys, yeah, just have confidence in yourself enough to understand, like, especially like me personally in Coinbase, every time I reach over $1,000, I transfer it out. So I do use Coinbase. I like the low fees, but I am not keeping any money there. So this is something that I want to bring to you guys. I'll briefly read over what happened. Crypto exchange Bitmart has resumed Ether withdrawals and deposits 3 days after hackers stole approximately 200 million from hot wallets. The exchange's CEO, Sheldon Zai, sorry, Sheldon, I'm sure I said that wrong, tweeted on Wednesday, withdrawals and deposits and other tokens will follow shortly. Bitmart is replacing all deposit addresses for Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana, and is encouraging users to log out of their account and log back in to make sure they are using the right address, according to Wednesday blog post. The hackers drained 100 million worth of various Ethereum-based cryptocurrencies and 96 million of Binance Smart Chain security firm Hack Shield revealed early on in December 5th. That's pretty much it, guys. It's nothing, they just got down on them. They saw an opening and they took advantage of it. Hackers, definitely the site more so. It doesn't sound like they're going to make their users suffer too much, but yeah, this is just the threats that come with leaving your money on exchanges, especially the popular ones. Crypto hackers, they know that the least experienced investors will be typically on exchanges, and people who don't really watch their wallets will typically be on exchanges, which is okay to set and forget for sure. But if you have a good amount of change, guys, you just want to be safe. You just want to be as safe as possible. So, Boss Gang, you have anything to say? I'm gonna continue on with the news. Crypto CEOs, they went to Congress today, and they got a warm welcome, guys. This was some good news, some bullish news for cryptocurrency. I'm gonna just read the brief. The tone of Congress towards crypto was remarkably changed from past years. Crypto executives received encouragement from both Democrats and Republicans, with one exception. It's always going to be an exception. Always going to be that guy who's too deep in the bank pocket,
of course.
just talking out his ass, just not too resistant to change. But it's too late, buddy. Yeah, they were. I read briefly through the article. They definitely sound like they were actually interested in how blockchains can be secure than typical, storage methods online, and they seem to be curious, a lot more curious than ever, which is great. This thing crypto won't see as big as it's going to get until the older boomers feel safe putting their money in, and that's going to be typically when all the regulations come. So some regulations are good. We just don't want them to, do too much, for sure. And we have some strong lobbyists in crypto. We have some strong, powerful people. Even Elon is just one I just showed you a video of, who are very much so supportive of crypto and how it works currently. So I don't think it's going to be changing. Too many powerful people are behind it, and understand that us as a people controlling our own finances and just the whole decentralized aspect. You guys got your fingers in too much. You guys got in too much of other people's business. So just so that's just going to continue to be the fact of the matter, and you guys aren't really managing things properly. So yeah, you guys can take away facts for sure. Big news here. Ubisoft, guys. Ubisoft is bringing NFT gear to Ghost Recon. Used to play Ghost Recon a lot. Might have to buy it again soon for sure.
Played, yeah. I done played.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a very good game, brother. So officially, Ubisoft's officially getting into NFTs on Tuesday. Yesterday they announced a new platform on Ubisoft Ports, where it will allow NFTs that they call digits. I like that, because I've been saying for a long time, NFTs will not be called NFTs for long. The name is just not marketable enough, but they're calling their NFTs digits. I'm not mad at that. It's cool. It's all right. The digits will be available first as the in-game items like vehicles, weapons, and equipment in Ghost Recon Breakpoint and beta on Windows beginning later this week. That's fun. That's cool. So it's basically all those guns and those vehicles that you buy for this game. It will be on the blockchain now. That's what an NFT is essentially. So I imagine that they're going to. I didn't read that they'll let you take this to other games, but I imagine so for sure that you'll be able to eventually use these same items in other shooting games as well. I did want to highlight this as well. NFTs have come under scrutiny for their effects on the environment, but Ubisoft is claiming that digits are energy efficient because its Quartz platform uses Tezos, which is a proof of stake blockchain that requires less energy. I wanted to highlight that because proof of stake blockchain we're going to go into more details about what that is exactly when we get into staking. But yeah, he's right. The Ubisoft is right for sure, since they're using Tezos. Actually, I want to bring this Tezos up for you guys. Tezos has been doing beautiful since they announced this. So within the last 24 hours, went up 2.8%. Last 7 days, 12%. But yeah, they're perfectly correct. Being a proof of stake blockchain, it definitely will be more energy efficient, and you'll understand that a bit more better by the time we finish this call. All right, guys. So I want to go into last thing that I want to bring up about regarding news. It was just very disappointing. We talked about on our DeFi call a few weeks ago. We talked about how OpenSea is possibly, was it the DeFi call? I don't know. We give so much game, but it could have been a different call as well when we talked about airdrops and how OpenSea was expected to be one of the airdrops. But the CFO came out this news saying, talking crazy, like they want to take the company public. It's very bullish, and it's okay because we'll still eat with us knowing how to trade the stock market as well. We'll still be able to eat off of it, but definitely the more preferred route, and that the route that we all expected as OpenSea users and as just heavy crypto investors, we expected them to go the decentralized route, which where they would airdrop tokens to the people who've been using the platform a lot already, and it just made more sense, and it was a lot more exciting. Just imagine like me as somebody who used OpenSea a lot of times over the years, buying and selling NFTs. Over the last 6 months, just randomly get about $10,000 of worth of tokens blessed in my wallet because I was using it. And that happens all the time in crypto and in the decentralized world of crypto. People like these decentralized companies like to reward our early users for believing in their visions early, which is right, which is totally how it should be. But the CFO looks like he wants to go the old boring stockholder route. So, you have to go above and beyond and worry about the bottom line. And, which, because especially in the stock market, if your company isn't making money, is losing money. So sometimes you're going to have to get a little conniving. You're going to have to get a little, what's our billions? What's his name on there? the main character on Billions. I forgot his name.
Oh, X.
X, yes, Bobby Axelrod. Sometimes in the stock world, as a CEO, you're gonna have to get a little Bobby Axelrod, on. You're gonna have to get a little just to make your shareholders and your board happy. You're gonna have to get a little, conniving sometimes, and that can definitely end up being as the guys at the bottom as shareholders. That can end up being, or as users of the company, that can end up falling on us. That could be an example of Starbucks having to increase the most popular coffee another 50 cents, basically, because they have to reach they have to reach new expectations by the time the next call is the next quarterly call. And that, so that can do typically, and it always typically falls on the users. Not the case when you're a decentralized company. Usually, we're more patient with the growth of the company, and we're in it for the long run. And we can take a company that was less than 4 cents at one day and ride it up to over $20. And so as the company's growing, you're growing with the company. And it can happen with stocks too, but it's just not as fun. Certainly. Boss Gang, what you think about this, brother, man? I know you're an OpenSea user as well too.
The good thing, the good thing about crypto that I love is this competition. So
Yeah.
If there's anything that users don't like, there's always going to be other platforms. For example, something like Polygon that's that can be decentralized and that can have limited to no gas fees, and they have ways to conduct these transactions. They're currently doing it with certain NFTs using what they call like wrapped Ethereum, and they're creating smart contracts, so where people can actually take Ethereums off of the Ethereum platform and put these things into other platforms. So OpenSea, it's kind of the home of Ethereum and based NFTs. And so if anything doesn't go right, there's plenty of competition in places that are going to be created for people to go just to simply transfer, because we're new. OpenSea kind of had like a semi-monopoly on the NFT game, with Ethereum being the leader as far as the platforms with that and working with them. But there's a lot of competition. So, I mean, just crypto in general. I would like to see the drops and the coin. Man, the OpenSea coin, that would be.
Yeah, that would have been fire.
That would be crazy. But worst case scenario, it's a lot of competition, so we'd be all right.
Yeah, we'll be good.
We'll be all right.
For sure. What OpenSea won't do, another will, brother. Trust me.
Straight up.
Big facts. All right, guys. We're gonna get into our staking conversation of the night. I definitely want to just clear up a little bit of misinformation about this, a little bit of confusion that I see from a lot of our own members and our own pack family. It's too important. It's an important tool. So before we start, I want to basically with staking, guys, you're putting your coins up as collateral in a proof of stake blockchain. Proof of stake is basically it's a modern evolution in crypto. So I have proof of work versus proof of stake on here on your screen that you guys see now, and that's basically proof of work is what's always been going on in crypto since Bitcoin started. Proof of stake is, like I said, is more of a modern evolution within crypto. So I want to just explain the difference before we continue on about staking. So proof of work, you basically your mining capacity depends on the computer computational power. Versus proof of stake, the validating capacity depends on the stake in the network. Proof of work, miners receive block rewards to solve cryptographic puzzle. Validators do not receive the block reward. Instead, they collect transaction fees as rewards. Proof of work, hackers would need to have a computer more powerful than 51% of the network to add malicious block, leading to 51% attack. Versus proof of stake, hacker would need to own 51% of all cryptocurrency on the network, which is practically impossible, and therefore making 51% attacks impossible. I'm not too familiar with this, how it works in proof of work, so I won't go into details about that. But I just want you guys to understand the proof of work versus proof of stake. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin that are built on a proof of work blockchain, they cannot be staked, but they can be used to earn other passive income using other financing methods like such as lending. We won't be going too much or a pool. We won't go into too much details about those tonight. We're going to focus on staking. But do know that a proof of work is a much less efficient method that uses more powerful computers and a huge amount of energy to keep a network running to work that answers those cryptographic puzzles, basically. So it uses a lot more energy. So proof of stake is a lot more energy efficient, which goes back to that statement by Ubisoft, why they chose Tezos, because it's a proof of stake blockchain. So it's very energy efficient compared to, if they tried to do something on a proof of work blockchain. So they were very correct about that. I don't know since when all these people started coming out questioning all these tree huggers and earth huggers. Trust me, I'm one too. But I hate how they keep trying to come question crypto out of the blue when all these industries have been killing our world for years now, and they're nowhere to be found. But they just were so worried about the power being used in crypto and making sure that is super, super duper efficient. But hey, it's already more efficient. Even the proof of work is more efficient than methods that we've been using within this world. But hey, I digress.
Yeah. Hey, if they gonna use any kind of trick that they can to keep you away from it.
Yes, sir.
Like if you can get people to stay away from it by telling them it's going to hurt the environment so that you can gather up more of the asset, they're going to do it. They're not going to use any context. They're not going to use any subtlety. They're going to just flat out lie to you. So, they're at this point, they know people are into clickbait headlines, and people won't actually do any due diligence or research. So they just take advantage of it and leave people out to dry while they accumulate the assets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big facts. So, man. So, so essentially with a proof of stake, when you're staking, you can only stake on a proof of stake blockchain. So, with basically when you're staking, you delegate your crypto to a blockchain node in exchange for a reward. It works pretty much. I want you guys to think of staking as the same as earning interest by depositing your money into a bank account. Just think of it like that. Don't overcomplicate it. That interest, a little less than 1% that you would have had earned for leaving your money in the bank, is just think of staking just like that, guys. We don't have to overcomplicate it. That's how I explain it to people, especially in my one-on-ones. And that's the interest that you earn just for leaving your money there. And staking,
one more thing with that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
There's one more thing I'm going to add to that. The other difference between how we talk about the interest in the bank and the staking of the cryptocurrency is that fiat currency is a depreciating asset. Cryptocurrency is an appreciating asset. So as your asset appreciates, the amount of return on the investment will increase as well. Whereas even though you might be getting a certain amount of return on investment with the fiat currency over the course of 20 years, if the inflation kicks in 3, 10, 12%, then you're actually not getting the return that you thought you were getting in the first place.
Nice. Important fact there. Thank you for bringing that up for sure. So while your money, in other words, while your money's making you money, is growing as the company, as the coin is growing as well. So it's just money on top of money inside of crypto for sure. So I want to bring up some popular staking sites that you can earn some great interest for just leaving your crypto there. BlockFi is definitely one. Man, you can earn some up to 9. I seen up to 10%. I seen up to 12% on your stable coins. So stable coins is something that it's a great way to convince your wife or your grandparents to get into cryptocurrency, because you're essentially just transferring $1 for $1. You're just turning $1 from your bank account to $1 inside of crypto, and it doesn't fluctuate with the market. So, and those you can up that, man. Some of these stable coins you can earn up to 12% interest. So man, it's crazy. So imagine if you know just having $10 million in the bank and just earning over $1 million a year just for just having your money in the bank. Like just, and that's crazy. That's so like, man,
Right.
that's powerful. Like you literally don't have to do anything. If your bag is up that high, you literally could just put 10 million in there and just be set for life and have your money working for you as it's, yeah. And you don't, it's the lazy way because you're not necessarily, I'm not even gonna say it's lazy, it's innovative. Hey, if I had my bag was up that much, I would definitely do it. But at the same time, I love trading and I love the markets too much. I'm watching them too much, so I would be in and out of coins as well too as they're moving. I wouldn't just leave it in the stable coin, but that's just a great way to convince and show people the power of cryptocurrency. So BlockFi is a powerful site. Definitely love this one. It is centralized though. They do require your information. I have a couple decentralized ones coming up that I'll mention too. But another one is Binance Earn. Binance Earn. They just, man, see, so when you're staking, you typically lock up your coins for a certain amount of time. They have, you know, up to a year, and even after the time expires, you can just leave it in there, leave it staking, so it just basically continues. But for the example, you see Binance Earn, in their lock staking, you know, depending on how many days you have locked up is depending the interest that you earned on it. So, you know, 10 days for this coin in particular, Zeal. I'm not familiar with this one too much, but you see the less time you have it locked up, the more you earn. It's not the case for every coin at all, for sure. Axie Infinity, look at that one. Wow, you earn over 105% for having it staked for 30 days. But of course, that one sold out. That product 60, 90. So yeah, it's just
right. They will
it's all
sell
sold
out.
out. They got that,
Spots.
yeah. So when you're staking, you're providing liquidity for that token or that coin within the blockchain. You know, you want to provide, by providing liquidity, you're just proving that it's an asset worth being in, basically. So we like keeping things simple here for sure. So man, Binance Earn is another company that's worth you guys checking out. So I'm going to touch on this more and more as we wrapping things up, but understand what so like if you're buying a Cardano, if you have Cardano, if you want to stake your Cardano, it'd be wise to check these sites that I'm highlighting, but it will also be wise to check within that blockchain. Sometimes within that blockchain, within the ADA, within the Cardano blockchain, will be a wallet that can provide possibly even more interest. It's not going to be too much more. It's not going to be a big difference, but it may be that extra. It might be a difference between 13% versus 9%, something like that. But so you just want to do your research about the popular wallets within your blockchain as well, and get your most bang for your buck. Celsius is another great centralized. It's another great centralized place to stake your coins for sure. Great interest rates up to. Look, man, you can get up to 17%. Get paid weekly. It's some powerful tools going on. This is compared to just leaving your money in the bank. Is like, are you dumb or are you
straight cash?
Exactly. Free money. So this is just a powerful tool. Aave is the first decentralized platform that I want to mention. It is built on the Ethereum blockchain, so you won't be able to stake something like Bitcoin here. You won't be able to, it'll have to be Ethereum based coins that you stake on here. But just back to what I was saying again, just understand your blockchain, understand what coins are in your blockchain, understand which wallets are in your blockchain, and just figure out, it's not too hard to figure out the best place to stake your money for sure, guys. I know having multiple wallets can be one of the confusing parts, especially the early learning curves when it comes to cryptocurrency, but it's worth having multiple wallets for sure. Trust me, for sure. Don't just get past that. Get used to, I went over last week how unstoppable domain, so it's getting easier to transfer money between wallets. Very much so, brother. So it's just about don't take that extra step. Right now, it's only gonna get easier and easier, and us taking these extra steps nowadays is gonna just put us ahead of the curve. The more it get adopted by the masses, guys. So don't let these extra steps, I have to buy it here and I have to send it over here, and then I have to exchange it. Don't let all these other steps, deter you at all. I know I let it slow me down a little bit, not much at all, but I let it, I can remember those early days in crypto investing, and just, be feeling intimidated by that. So I want to make sure we are explaining to you exactly why and how, and make that less intimidating for you guys. Another site that I definitely want to bring to you guys. I haven't got any money in here yet, but one of our PAC family members, I believe it was Devin, he told me about this platform, Nexo. It is fire, man. It's some great interest rates that you can earn on a bunch of different coins. I'm liking it a lot. Very simple to use. Very simple to use as well. I like that 12% on those stable coins. That doesn't really get too much better than that. I've seen 13. Celsius just said 17. Shit, I want to look more into that, what they mean by 17, but I haven't seen anything higher than that for sure. Boss Gang, what's the highest that you've seen? Would you say you've seen a staking rate go? Percentage rise? Nope. You might be muted, brother. But oh well, you might be a little stepped away for 2 seconds. But yeah, Nexo is another site that is very, very useful. Another decentralized one, but it's also Ethereum based. So you're limited by the coins that you can stake. There's Uniswap, is one of the more popular ones that I'm sure a lot of us know about. And so these are a bunch of different sites where you can stake your money.
I was, you know what?
Yeah,
I was muted. I was trying to answer the question. I didn't realize muted.
Yeah.
Answering about the question, stablecoin. Crypto.com, you can get 14.5%, 14.5% on stablecoin, which is pretty dope. Like 12.5% on like Polygon or something like that.
That is
like,
impressive.
Which is yeah.
I'm glad you.
If you go to like the product and earn and all that, it'll have money there.
I'm glad you mentioned Crypto.com. This is definitely something that I meant to mention when it comes to staking. One of a very powerful website when it comes to staking for sure, guys. I do think you
Crypto Earn.
Crypto Earn. Yep. I see it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That is an impressive number right there. I do know a fact that I read about this earlier about this site. Just prepping for the call a little bit better for you guys. You actually get better percentages on your staking if you hold some of the crypto coin. They have their own crypto, the Crow.
Right, the Crow, right.
Yep. If you hold some Crow in your wallet on crypto.com, you get a better staking percentage on your other coins. So that's an interesting fact that I did not hear.
You get the percentage on the Crow.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like,
yep.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, you get the percentages on the actual staking, and then you get the percentages when you actually put the Crow to be held for liquidity as well, which is pretty. I'm not sure. Maybe it's like 6%. And the crazy with the Crow is it depends how much you put. So you could literally be getting 12% or something like that on the Crow, 12% on the Polygon or something. I mean, it just all at the same. I mean, it's just crazy. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So man, that was that is pretty much what I wanted to touch on with staking. We're gonna check our comments to see if you guys have any questions further on, but I believe I kind of, we keep things simple, very simple around here. Think of staking as the interest that you earn if you left your money in a bank account. Nothing more, nothing less. Think of just don't get too confused about the multiple sites that you can stake on. Just figure out the best site for your coin in particular. You're going to have to use different wallets for different coins. That wallet might be built on that Ethereum blockchain. So leaving your staking your Ethereum on that wallet might be best. You might get your best return there. I highlighted some great websites that are worth staking and leaving your money in for sure. And please reach out, guys. You guys have any questions in your comments? We will be checking those out. Miss Rome, thank you. I appreciate that comment. One of our pack queens, straight fire. You got that right. You know how we coming in the pack. We like to we break it down for sure. We're making sure nobody's getting left on this wave in the culture. For sure. Boss Gang, brother, I think that anything that I missed on staking, in your opinion, that you would like to touch up on?
Nah, you got it. I mean, we just keeping it simple. What it all comes down to, we here to make money.
Yeah,
we here to make money. You know, some people in it for the tech, but that's cool. But we here to show you how to make money. That's it. Nah, you nailed it, bro. As simple as that. People gonna have to get into it themselves. Of course, we here to take out questions, but nah, you definitely nailed it.
Yes, sir.
You nailed it, bro.
Right. Yeah, Pack family. Man, besides that, we don't want to hold you guys too long. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow Alpha Pack Trading on Instagram, on Twitter. We're gonna get more active on our Twitter for sure. Follow alphapacktrading.com for sure. Follow me and Boss Gang at our Boss Gang VIP right there. Investing for Legacy. You can find us on all of our socials. We do this for fun in our sleep for sure. We talk this market talk daily. That's no question. Appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. Boss Gang.
Sure, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, we definitely appreciate all the game you spitting. Like, subscribe, follow us, everything Legacy said. We're going to have a wonderful day in the market. Alpha Pack Academy. We're all about education first. We want to help you create generational wealth, teach you things that you can pass down, and develop this amazing mental and investor mindset that's going to lead you through your everyday life. On that note, on behalf of Alpha Pack, Investor for Legacy, thank you so much. And all the production team who putting this together in the background, we appreciate y'all. We're going to catch up with y'all next time. Peace. Bye,